Good evening, Dockster, and welcome to the chat. I hope my audio is coming through nice and clear. Excellent. Well, we'll be playing Captain Cloudberry in a little bit. Um, this game I'm starting off with is Pooperino by Ted Zog, who is actually Ted Zog is actually streaming now. So if he's still streaming in a couple of hours, we might give him a raid. So there we go. Yeah, where are we? We're up there. I like how the character is sort of like uh sort of reminds me of Pitfall Harry, just sort of with that you know blocky, thin, tall aesthetic. But yeah, it's sort of it is a uh it is an interesting platforming game. Ted Zog is very new to Scorpion. This is actually his second game he's made with it. I still need to play the other one. The other one was a shooter that's been submitted to the Ami Game Jam. Whoops. Oh, messed that one up. Um, yeah, so it's got quite a few different platforming mechanics. We haven't seen all of them just yet. Um, it is quite tricky, as you can imagine. You do have infinite lives, but well, as far as I can tell, you've got infinite lives. But every time you die, you lose a coin, and I think you need to have a certain number of coins at the end to save your family. So I don't know if there's like a good end, bad end sort of thing. Yep, so that's where things start to get um, interesting, where you've got wall jumps. I don't think I can get over there. Oh, okay, maybe I need to trigger that switch to get over to there to get the other coin. So you're supposed to give the evil wizard character 10 coins. I don't know if that's to get your whole family back or one for each family member. Yeah, Doctor mentioned the enemies disappear after a while. I don't know if that was the intent. Does make it a little bit easier, which I'm grateful for because this does get pretty tricky in parts. So I'm gonna need to jump over that guy. Oh, and then again. There we go, nice and easy. So, yeah, this is where it gets a bit scary. So I've got to use that. So those blocks are wall jump blocks, and so you see, I've got to do several wall jumps without falling in there. Oh, oh, and I messed it up. I messed it up, and I cannot get that spare coin back. The the hidden coin to replace the one that I lost. I think when you die, all of the coins on the screen are gone, so you've got to really try to get through the level in your first try. No. Yeah, you really got to time the jump, because you can't just hold down the jump button. You've got to push it at the exact right moment. I'll keep playing until all my coins are up. When my coins are up, I'll just assume, well, I'll just treat it as out of lives. So I assume I won't have enough coins to give to the evil wizard anyway. Oh, that was so close. I just didn't so I got high enough. I just didn't whoops. I did not go left far enough in that last jump. Yes. Okay, so we've got a spring on this level. Yep, there's the hidden coin. Oh, yeah, another tricky double jump. Oh, don't mess that one up. Okay, mess that one up, and I think, yeah, I think you lose all of the, well, you don't, I think you lose all of the coins on the level if you die, even if you didn't, pick them up originally. Okay, so I need to get this perfect. Now, I can remember I died at this bit because I couldn't jump over. Wait for the right moment. I think this might be as far as I've ever been. Oop! What? Okay, so I fell. Oh, yeah, that's it's kind of frustrating because there's an invisible thing there, and it doesn't really have any indication or any hint that. Oh. Okay, all right. So this is where it's getting a bit. Yeah, no, I definitely have not been to this level before. Otherwise, I would have remembered that. Um. Oh, Jesus. I hope that bottom is solid. Yeah, so this is getting a bit like there's a game that was called something like Soybon Action that was a Mario clone but incredibly sadistic. And this is reminding me just a little of that. Oh yeah, I think okay, I've already. Oh no, I hadn't hit that one. Okay, so that opens another um that opens another. That's what I needed. Okay, now gotta go all the way back there. Alright, let's see what to do. Whoop. Oh. Oh, that was scary. Okay. Well, this one looks pretty simple. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of trick to it. I don't actually see the exit on this one. Oh, okay, alright, so that just spawned the exit. I haven't seen the I don't think I've seen the hidden coin. Maybe I've gotten it already, I don't know. Oh! Oh, that one was so the very start of the level I'm not safe, so glad I was able to. Huh. I I thought there was a I thought up the top left there was a platform. I don't see it anymore. It seems to have gone. I'm not sure that... Okay, well, found the hidden coin at least. Okay, I'm not sure if I can... Yeah, okay, I was really sure that, yeah, there is, in fact, a thing down the side, so is it something I just need to, if I don't get to it... Yeah, I don't know if that's a bug or if it's literally you have to speed run. And if you don't get there, then that's it. Okay, yeah, maybe that is the intent, because there is just enough time to get to it if you go all out. Don't know if this one is going to oh, okay, well I lost that one, but fortunately this one is this one doesn't seem to be timing out, and I can get to I can get to that end. Alright, okay. Oh, ah, no! Oh, can't believe I messed up on such a simple part of it. Okay, at least I beat that level. Oh, okay. This looks like a boss. Don't know how to beat the boss. You know the red thing, the little red things are, you know, they kill you even if you jump on them. Maybe the... Okay, alright. So I've got to bounce on the big one. And then run away. Oh, I can jump on the little ones. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier. Oh. Yeah, it would be impossible if I could... Well, I mean, it's already pretty hard, but at least, oops. Okay. I think I'm nearly out of coins, so I assume this is the final boss. Even if I beat it, it's, Doctor says I can feel the stress level going up. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm almost out of coins. I think I'll try to beat the boss even if I run out of coins. But I think the wizard's not going to be very happy. And I just keep spawning them. I hope it's not going to crash from there just being too many, Oh, okay. Maybe the boss's health doesn't get reset when I die. I only seem to need a couple of hits, which is good. Not even 10 coins. Get out of here. Okay. Oh well, at least ah, man, that's really sad. Oh well, okay. I think sometime I'm gonna have to cheese it a bit and use save states to get through with enough coins. Alright, well, since we've got Doxer here, we might as well do Captain Cloudberry next. I really like this intro here. I don't think I've seen something like it with Scorpion before, where the title is revealed like that. Doctor says very easy effect. I'm assuming that you used blocks in an animation, and when each block was finished, it would go to the next row or column. I'm glad I had a little bit of practice before I came to the stream. Oops. Oh, I nearly hit that cloud. Okay. Oh, oh no. So the clouds are solid. I have to be very careful about that. Oh, and I'm almost out of fuel as well. Whew. Can I fly around the level? Yes, I can. Okay, well, that makes it... Oh, no, I got it out of order. I think I'm supposed to get the... Whoops! I think I'm supposed to get them in the order of how they blink, but I didn't. Oh no, this one's going to be fun, because... Can I... I think I can only turn one way. I need to... Oh, game over. Oh man, this is a great high score screen. Okay, so Doc's saying that I need to hit that lightning because that will reverse my flying direction, or turning direction. Whoops. Turned a little bit far that time. Okay, so... Need to get hit by that lightning. Yep, okay, there we go. Oh man, I need to get used to this, Oh! Approach was a little bit off. Oh, there we go. Low Phase 101, welcome to the chat. Okay, level 3. Oh, approach is a little bit off. Ah. No, I don't. Oops. Okay, messed that up completely. Actually, maybe if I just... Oh, no, I think I'm game over. Maybe not. Do you... Oh! Okay, that which was a bit mean. Do you have infinite lives until your fuel runs out, or is... Whoops. Okay, I got a bit further that time. Which level is... Doxa says, which level is tricky? She will respawn balloons when there are less than 4 balloons remaining. Okay, that's good to know. So fuel is... So you've got infinite lives, except your fuel is... when that runs out, it's game over. So that's the... what you need to be careful of. But yeah, it's such a unique game. It's I mean, I guess the closest game I could think of to this would be Snake, but you know, there's obviously a lot of nuance that you don't have in Snake. Whoops. Whoop. Okay, you're not doing so well this time. Oh, I'm not going to die on the first level, am I? Oh. Nope, died on the first level. Ah. And Doxa points out that when you die, you lose 2 fuel. So there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't die. Is there an advantage to hitting the balloons in order? Okay, so you get more score if you hit them in order. Maybe I should... Oh, no. Oh, really messed that one up. Could be able to make it. Okay, I don't think I'll try to hit them in order deliberately. I just want to get it finished as quickly as possible. Oops. Ah! Okay, so I can hit the lightning cloud. I wasn't sure about that. Ah, and my timing was a bit off. There we go. Okay. Ah. Oh no! So close. Alright, one more game and then I'll go on to our last game, and then I'll start the workshop. Oh! Alright. Ah, didn't time it right. I'm gonna be able to get that. No. Okay. Oh, or I think that's Oh, that will do. That will do for me for now. Just want to see what the scores look like. Okay, so quite a way off the top score. Hi Super Dan, welcome. Okay, since you're here, I'll play it once more so you can get to see it. If you haven't seen it already. No. Doxter, did you make those clouds like keep messing this up. Okay. So Doxter, did you make these clouds collision perfect in the pixel perfect collisions in the end? And if so, how did you do it? Like, is the plane a sprite and then it's using the Amiga collision registers, or? Well, I'm gonna missed it. Maybe I should have waited until like after I got that. No, I should have waited until after got that pixel. After I got that balloon. Alright, well that was Captain Cloudberry by Doxter. What's the time? Alright. One more game to play and then I will start on something very experimental for the workshop. So this game, Gulliver, is by Ted Zog, Sorry, this game, Gulliver, is by Captain TS. And Captain TS creates a... this is his third one. These are games where... where they have sort of very fluid... animations. They sort of remind me of like the Disney games on Amiga, like Aladdin and The Lion King. This one in particular is very unique. It's almost like a... Oh, whoops. No. Yep. Oh, check that frog. Now I've got to go and rest somewhere. So I'd say it's almost like a helicopter sort of game, like Board Apocalypse or Choplifter sort of thing, except, you know, with birds. Birds that can throw their poop. So yeah, so you got to fly around for a bit until your energy starts to get low. And so I can rest on that branch. And then I can go and pick up all of the fruits that have been dropped. Oh, I wonder what that diagonal one is. Oops. No. Okay, I died. I don't know if that means I have to collect all of that fruit again. Try to be a little bit more careful this time. But yeah, this game, like Captain Cloudberry I was just playing, I can guarantee you've never really played a game exactly like this. Doctor says the sound effects seem to be not aligned with the video feed. It could be, I don't know, it could be something with my, sorry, it could be something with my, video capture software. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. Oops. Okay. I'm out of energy, so I have to try to avoid that. Well, I was a little bit greedy. I should have gone to rest. Can I fly out of the level? Because no. Where are the birds? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about the sound effects. It sounds pretty spot on to me. Like I do hear the effect as soon as I hit something. Okay, exit's open, so I have to get there. OBS, yes, so that's what I meant to say earlier. Grassland Stage 3. Have I been to this one before? I think so. Oh yes, I remember, I do remember this one because I couldn't find the power lines again, but I just need to remember I need to go to the right side of the level to rest. Whoops. Okay, I better get down there again. I'll just try to scrape some birds on the way down. No, okay, gotta find the power lines. Oh, I don't think I've seen a bird this low before. Oh. Oh, it comes back. Yeah, maybe it's just part of this level's difficulty is that I've got this bird that doesn't seem to give me any fruit, but it's just makes it a little bit more difficult. So that's one of the things that's cool about this game, is even though the gameplay is the same level to level, the things that happen in the level to make it a little bit more difficult change. Alright. I don't know if there's any more fruit down here that I need to get. No. Hi Kaiju Wasp, welcome to the chat. We're playing Gulliver by Captain TS. Oh yeah, so I wonder if I can actually hit that bird. No. I'm guessing it's something special like a life or a more oh. Not terribly. Okay, that will do. I'll go rest and then I'll try to pick up that fruit. Oh no! Oh, game over. But before I go to the workshop, let's go through the high score. I only made it in the 10th place. Now, before I go to the workshop, I'm going to skip to the ocean, because the ocean has the coolest effect in the game. So yeah, I really like this sort of animated water, like an agony sort of effect. Yeah, I assume it's all like one big. Actually, I have no idea if it's like animated tiles or. And I noticed that boy seems to be behind it. So I don't actually know how that works. Oops. Oh yes, and what makes it particularly tricky is the fruit has to land on this tiny island, which is being guarded by that giant duck. So, oh. So yeah, this is definitely a difficult one compared to the other levels. I just have to hope that the fruit is landing on it. I don't think any of the fruit would have landed on the island. Oh, some of it did. Oh, but I'm almost out of No, I mean, it could be a bob if it's set to, like, we turn off render clearing, we turn off, redrawing tiles. That's how the big ship is able to have a, full screen bob that moves around smoothly. With that, so this could be done with a bob because that would be like just a single big blit, without any, so since we don't need to redraw the tiles underneath it, and since we don't need a mask to position it, it could be done efficiently with a bob, but I don't know. It could be just level tiles that are animated. Would have taken a long time to set it. Like if it was level tiles, it would have taken a long time to Oh, damn it! I lost that life. Or can the Winyoi debugger show what it is? Probably not. Though I am curious now. We can let's see what we can work out. So let's turn off every sprite. Okay, so that's interesting. So the player is a sprite. It's not really a surprise. The buoy is a sprite as well. Though not completely, which is interesting. So let's turn the sprites back on. Okay, so I think I understand why only some of it is, because I'm assuming that the palette is red in the sprite range. But we can probably see that as well. I don't think we've got a way of visually previewing the palette, but we can look at the raw data here. Now since it's a background sprite, that must be fairly high on the high in the sprite range, so it must be about yeah, I am not actually sure, but we know the player in the buoy is a sprite. I'm assuming that the mask where it's like the bottom is cut out, I'm assuming that's actually part of the animation, like the animation on the buoy actually had those pixels cut out for the waves to show through it. Yeah, Mitchell says, I'm a little surprised that many anim tiles would be fast enough on OCS ECS. Yeah, yeah, I think that's the thing. If that's a single big bob and we've got the background clearing turned off, or we've got it set to maskless, that should be fast enough to render on OCS Amiga. But what we'll do, go MB. So I'll turn off sprites again. I am going to turn off. I'm going to turn off all the bit planes except the first one. Okay, so that is animated. So I thought that maybe it could have been like a yeah. So Zupadan has asked, could it be a color cycle? And the answer is actually no, it isn't, because if it was, this bit plane would be static. Instead, it is changing from frame to frame. Well, I think this is a good time to sort of segue into development things. What I'll do is I will bring up that big ship demo. I think I've shown it on stream once or twice before, but that's sort of an example of how you can have a massive actor on screen and run it on run it on like just Amiga 500. Oh, where are we? Projects. The big ship. So I think I have talked about this on stream before, so I'm not going to stay on it too long. But um, so for example, oops, what? Oh, I must have had like the fire button connected to restart or something. But yeah, and this one, this big ship is basically just one big actor. Well, actually, not just one big actor. I did use some tricks here, but we can ride, yeah, we can ride up on the mast, or we can go on the ship itself, and it will go behind the water level. So the tricks here, so the mast is a sprite because we can have infinite height sprites. So I figured why not just have that as a sprite, just to give the illusion that it's this massive one thing. The base is maskless, so so that basically means that the blue area is solid. The reason why it doesn't wipe out any tiles behind it is because there are actually no tiles behind it. It is just this big empty area, and then we use a parallax screen. So we can have maskless over this parallax, and it won't wipe out any of the background tiles. And I've also got no clearing, so that doesn't redraw the background tiles because we don't need to, because there is no background tiles. And the final thing was this weird little feature that I added basically just for this demo, where you've got this draw clip. This only works on Amiga, and I've only ever done it for the bottom, but it basically means that the bottom 3 tiles in the map, so these ones here, nothing gets rendered to them, which means that the ship gets clipped off. But yeah, so that is one of the demos that comes with Scorpion, so that's all there to mess around with. Now I'm gonna have a real quick break, and then I'm gonna get started on hopefully some cool driving mechanics for Halo 0. Okay, I'm back. So, just a little bit of context. You can't have a Halo game without the Warthog, this vehicle here. Um, and so the original Halo Zero does have this Warthog, and so you've got the guy riding back with the gun. Um, but the problem is this is obviously going to be very big when when rendered. We can't really get away with those tricks that we did uh, that we did for the big ship. So if we have 320 by I think 224 is what I've got the resolution as. So that's what the game would look like if I didn't scale it down. But I think even at the scale that I use for the rest of the game, it's going to be just a bit too big. Like even in the original game, like it does take up a lot of the screen. So I think I want to scale it down a lot more. So I'm just going to grab this to be my base sprite. I'll need to do something about the tires later. I'll probably delete the tires from this sprite and then make them as separate objects. So yeah, I want to make it fairly small. I was thinking about the old ATV games on Commodore 64 where um, uh, you could sort of drive, like they weren't super big on the screen, and you could drive them up ramps and off ramps. We really need to be able to capture that feel for this version, even if it's not, because the scale is different. Even if it's not exactly the same as Halo Zero, I do want to get I do want it to feel good driving the Warthog. At least have that authentic feeling that hey, we are driving this thing and not not that it's just a complete gimmick. Like scale picks. Oh, why didn't it? There we go. If I grab that, the reason why I'm scaling up to double is because if well, it's a trick that's used in some sprite resize algorithms. Is if you use the EPX algorithm to double the size of it, and then you scale it down because EPX oops, I should have just saved that. So what? Yeah, if I just copy and paste it, I lose transparency information. But yeah, so the reason why we scale it up is because this algorithm it preserves a lot of the finer details when it scales it up, and so or it amplifies some of the finer details, so that when we scale it back down, some of those finer details are preserved a bit better. Now, just gonna open Notepad so I can make some notes as I go. Oh. Okay, so the original scale of uh, okay, so the original game, for every 50 pixels, I scaled it down to 16. So sorry, to 32. So for the Warthog level, I want to scale it down to 16. Uh, and now that means that for the EPX scale, that is 100 pixels. So I basically want to take every 100 pixels and then scale it down to 16, which means I'll need to increase the size of this canvas. Let's make it 100 by 400. That'll do. And then, what, 16 times 5, that's what, 64? 80. Okay, so it's going to be 80 watts. So that's still pretty big for a, I guess, right. That does look a bit rough. But having said that, you know, we can always tidy it up later. Okay, so we've got our base Warthog. I'm gonna create this as a new project folder, and the reason is because I'm doing some things that are quite experimental. I don't want to have to mess around with the existing project, so I want to prototype it in a separate folder, completely fresh project. And then if it works, then so if it works, I will then put it into the main project. So yeah, so this is just sort of quick and dirty prototype using go for I'm gonna add ECS as my setting for the other one. Yep. So yeah, plan is just to do quick and dirty prototype, and if it works, then we will put it into the main game. Oops, that should be named Warthog. Now I also need to create a level tile set. Zupadan mentioned a trick he uses for pixel scaling is to delete the outline before scaling it down and then adding the outline back in. That is actually quite a clever way of doing it. Anyway, so we go back to here. I think it's under background objects. I'll have a look at the backgrounds. Yeah, I'll have to add those trees in, I guess, as part of the level background. I won't bother with parallax at this stage. I might be able to do something where you know, there's at least some parallax on some of the platforms. But for now, it's just going to be static part, just sort of a static part of the background. Make that 1,000 by 1,000, and then this can become my base tile set. And so this is grids of 50. Actually, how big was that one? How tall was that? Okay, so that was 350. 50, 15, 16. How tall is it? On screen 112. Okay. I'm going to have to scale the trees at a different scale to the rest of the tiles, otherwise it's not going to fill the screen. So I'll do the same thing here. Grab the trees. I can just copy and paste that since it's not since it has no alpha channel, and then I'll just scale that down to 4. Okay, so that would do as my sort of fake parallax. And oh, why is that? So we need our ramps. Have I still got that? No, I never opened that. So no, Flipper, welcome to the chat. No, I don't know if at least not in the art that's been ripped. It doesn't come as a separate sprite. Okay, so that is all right. Okay, I'm gonna need to rescale. I will need to rescale that. Oh, I wonder what this bit is for. It's almost like a sonic ramp. Okay, so I'm gonna squeeze this one down a bit because I want everything to be multiples of 50. Let's turn that off. Same for this one, though this one's not as extreme. This one, actually, if I make that a multiple of 25, so I'm gonna go 5. Oh, that was, I think there was an AI resize which you didn't want. No, I just want a pixel resize so it doesn't add more colors that weren't there before. Okay, so let's put this all into a big into one big sheet so I can scale them all together. Oh, need to have snap the grid on. Let's put this ramp base, and let's scale them up again. Okay, so every 100 I want to scale down to 16, so lock aspect ratio. So that'll be 160 wide. Okay, that's looking about. Well, I wanted. Let's see if I go to 16 by 16 tiles. It's about to say there is a problem with that ramp because that does need to go a full tile up. And it would have at the old scale. It doesn't at this scale because it is twice as scaled down. So what I can do is if I let's double that canvas size and let's make it 20 by no, the width is fine. It's the height to make more space. So let's move that down to there. And then let's change our grid settings. So that is at 8. And let's copy those. There we go. All right, I guess that will do. That's not looking, I mean, it's not looking perfect, but hopefully it's good enough for the purpose. And let's put that in our tile set. Let's make our first tile set. Now, what did I say the height was? I think it was 224. So what, 14 tiles? We probably want to make, actually, yeah, we want to make that a lot longer. I'll just go 128 to start with. I probably want it to be closer to 200. Then I can stand, that should be the whole height in the map. Yep, it is. And that tile's okay. It's probably going to look weird that the trees are not to the same scale as the ramps. Actually, let's. I'm going to rename it the background, and then I am going to add a map layer. Do select none. No, that was supposed to be my top layer. And then here I should be able to grab that. Oops. It's supposed to be on top. Now, I might need to realign these bottom ones a bit, but I can come back to that. Okay, no, I just didn't have that aligned to the slope properly, so that was the problem. So I need to add another layer. Okay, that will do for now. That's not looking fantastic by any means, but it's a start. Need to set some solid blocks. I do need to add slope blocks for those blocks, but I'll worry about that in a bit. I need to have a Warthog actor. Collision blocks like. Probably makes sense to have it about there. I'm just going to do it as a platformer for now. I actually want to change this to a CPU type because I want very fine-grained control over the physics. But that will do for now. Oh, actually, is that oh, I should put that down there. I will need some gravity. Obviously, I don't have any jump. Oh, and I'll need a full speed. In fact, I shouldn't be moving that fast either, because since it's quite zoomed out. I'll try 3. I'll just see what that feels like. I do want to make custom physics for this. Oops. Okay, yep. No, that was silly of me. Because Warthog can't be both an animation and an actor. So I have to give them different names. Oh, and yes, I need to load the level. Palette is going to look weird. I will need to fix that. Okay, yep. So palette is looking weird, but it is, yeah, that is working. I do want to change the camera box. I can't remember the order this goes in. If I take 64 off the left and then add 64 to the right, negative values are not supported. What? But that is... Why is it saying that? Because that should cancel each other out. Left or right value. Those are in fact is it camera? No, it is camera box. Why do, yeah, maybe it's a bug for just the left and right settings. I guess it must be. Yeah, I don't know what I've done here, but that should be supported. Okay, so that's a fairly critical bug I need to fix. What can I do about it for now? Well, this one I need to have right as the default direction, and then I can have the look ahead. Yep. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted is just so that it's way ahead of the player. And I am going to fix that palette next. So what I will do, just so it's like my other Halo Zero project, I'm going to use 32 colors, but I should be using XNView for this. All right. Zero palette. Change it to 16 colors. Let's import that as my top 16 colors. And then set that on a magic purple. Because I want the bottom 16 to be the level by level palette. I want a custom palette, which is going to be that one, and start from 0, just 16 colors. Actually, I might, I better check that palette. Because I want the very first one to be, yeah, just completely 0. Actually, I didn't do that the right way either. I should have used tile palette quant to reduce the colors on the trees and add a bit of dithering, because it's going to look, still going to look pretty weird. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, but you know, it works for now. Yeah, obviously we need some okay, so we need some blocks there. Use our magic purple for the slope color. I'm going to delete that, but I also want a solid block there. Just if there's any, oops. Just to put at the top and bottom of slope so that it's a nice smooth transition from solid to slope. Make a blocks folder. Oh, in fact, I don't need these bottom ones are just a copy of the top ones anyway, so I can just let's get rid of them. In fact, what can we don't need that one either. It doesn't really matter, but I want to keep this as minimal as possible. Actually, I don't need these bottom ones either. I just really need the top. So I can scale that down again. Save even more. Yeah, I only need these, I just need those top slopes. Won't take too long. I really should have had um, a batch importer. And of course, I should have set the slope properties before making one of these, but that's all right. That one's set, no, okay. That one was supposed to be there, and then this one is over. And I just need to set slope and invisible. Oops. Okay, so let's go to our blocks there, and that was. Oh no, no, that is correct. And I'll just add that under there, so it's got a so it's less likely to fall through. Okay, so that's that's working, but it's obviously not great because oh, is that guess we haven't got a solid block there preventing it from going back through. Okay, I might just check my tile set. But yeah, the obvious problem is we've got to be tilting, and in order to get the tilt angle, we've got to have wheels. Um, Okay, I think the problem is, yeah, I need to, let's turn that up, let's turn that one off, and then I need to make that one make a couple of those as solid tiles. I shouldn't be able to back through them. Just check that that is, I just check that that is working. That was a little bit weird falling off the ramp, but at least I can't get back up there. So the next thing I need to do is I need to grab those tires. I might just cut it from here, and then if I want to animate it, I guess I can just like turn it at 90-degree angles or something. But I'll just grab it needs to be square. What is that? Yeah, if I start from here, it's going to cut a little bit off it, but that's okay. 16 by 16 is a good, you know, obviously a good size for blitting. Just that and do I want separate actors for the right and left tire? No, I'll try to keep it simple just for now. I'm gonna change that to. I'm gonna change it to CPU platform. I'll try it in CPU platform. Oh, actually, I probably want that to be like that. Just need to make sure that collision box is down there, and then make sure that collision box is okay. Okay. Now I'm just gonna delete the tires from here. I'm gonna make a backup of that just in case this messes things up. But I'll take that same region out. Oh, oops. Yeah, take that out. I mean, oh, actually, no, I don't want to. I'm going to delete that bit. Let's delete that, and then oh, actually, no, what I should do. Yeah, I only really need to delete, maybe that much. Because the rest of it should be covered by the tire anyway. Delete that much. Yeah, that'll do. And I don't want to overwrite my backup. Oh, except I already did. Okay, I just need to swap those file names. Okay, so we need to spawn two of those tires. Um, yep, and I just need to work out where the center point approximately is from center of that. Should that be 1 over? It doesn't matter too much because I can tweak it. To make a note. So 65 and 14. Back tire. So I need to add a code block for spawning the Warthog. um, so we're going to spawn them as trial actors. They're not technically set up to be. They won't be set up to be fixed to the tires the same way the player. Sorry, they won't be set up to be like parent locked or anything, but I'll still spawn them as children. And so let's do this in Notepad. Spawn front tire, and I'm just going to go set new var. I'll use var. Yeah, I'll use new var1 equals minus 32 because 32 is the midpoint of the actor, and I can set check that looks okay. And Oops, no, we don't want that to happen. Need a handler for the tires. So I can just go. Do you want to? Actually, no. If I go actor position, and that will be player X plus new X. And I'm going to change the Z order so that it is more in front of, so that the tires will always be in front of the Warthog. And then that needs to be a zero timer. Now, I didn't spawn them, did I? Maybe it did spawn them, but it didn't. Oh, actually, I do need to set the I need to set the positions of those, the default positions. I'm just going to go set oh, new position y equals y. No, why isn't it spawning them? Is there a problem? That one is flagged as player. Oh, that should be var1. Okay, we can see. Well, we've got one, we've got one tire there, and it's in the wrong place. But we do have a tire, and it's sort of that one tire is working as expected, except for not being in the right place. Actually, I'm just gonna let's turn all this off. Okay, so it's almost like one tire is replacing the other tire for some reason. Now that is not a sprite. I'm gonna try to work out exactly where that tire should be. So yeah, for some reason, it only seems to be spawning one tire. So let's get this front tire fixed. Let's try to work out roughly how far back that should be. Okay, so that looks like it's about 7 pixels out. 7 pixels too far. Um, Okay, so that tire is looking all right. But there's some obvious issues, so I need to get the back tire working as well. Oh, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by, Cagey Wasp. No, I haven't got player set here. So let's see. Yeah, it's like it is this first one is replacing the second one for some reason. I don't know why, because this should be setting the new if I put a yield or something in there. Now that does seem to be an engine bug. It shouldn't be. Yeah, okay. So it's like it's replacing that one with the other one. Let's put a yield in there. So we'll just say, okay, one frame later. Once we spawn the front tire, wait for a frame and then spawn the back tire. If that still doesn't work, I'll try making that yield bigger so I can see visually if it's placing one with the other. No. I haven't got no, I haven't got max entities set. Oh, no, that shouldn't be new. This should just be actor. Because I don't care about whatever the newest one was. So that explains it perfectly. Okay, so no engine bug. Yeah. So that's looking pretty cool, except it's not it obviously needs to be tilting upwards. Oh. And that was not why isn't that not why didn't those tires fall down? Why are those tires at a constant height? Because I'm only setting the X position, so why did it go? Oh, because I haven't got any gravity on the tires. Um, one. I mean, I guess the other thing is I could clamp the tire positions to be yeah. So I haven't really worked out the best way to do this yet. Oh, now they still didn't fall down. Oh, because of full speed. So what did I set the max full speed to 3? Yeah, so these should fall with the Warthog, but I imagine there's going to be a weird thing where the front tire falls off. Yeah, that is what I expected. Oh, I should uh start level. Yeah. So I've made it so that if I push fire, it's going to restart the level. Yep, because it's got so the body, then the tires, down one at a time. Okay, so there's a couple of different. I might just, yeah, I might just put that back to being a not so one. Actually, I should just have a might just make it like that. A step there. No, no, that's not gonna. So there are some physicsy things I need to sort out in the engine that I might have to do for 2026 or zero. But the problem is now is we've got the tires become disconnected from the Warthog itself, and so we need to make it if well, I think to start with we probably need to make it so that the Warthog position is the average of the two tires. Um, and then we'll need to add some sort of clamp to make it so that the tires can't fall too far from the Warthog. Let's add a variable and we'll call this tire average. And for tires, I'm just going to go base set variable tire average equals tire average plus y. And then in the set the handler there. We will just go tire position y equals tire average. Actually, I'll go divide by 2 just because that's easier to read. And then I'll go set tire average back to 0. Oh, because that's supposed to be underscore. Oh. Okay, so if I just drive the front off it. Yep, okay, so so we need to clamp it so that it doesn't fall too far from the so the front tire doesn't fall that far. And go something like if if player if actor y is greater than player y plus, let's just say 4 pixels for now. Let's go actor position y equals player y plus 4. Actor speed y equals 0, and the reason for that is so that we immediately cancel out gravity if it's fallen too far. Seems to need to be less than that. Maybe I should put maybe I should manually set the tire to being on the platform so it doesn't affect gravity too much. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's almost working. It's just that Y speed doesn't seem to be doing anything. But if I manually set it to being on the platform, see what that looks like. No, I don't quite understand why that's shaking like that. But in any case, I mean, it doesn't make sense for the Warthog to just be able to hang off the edge like that, so I need to let's see, what if I just do that without setting the speed? What does that look like? But I will need to make it that if I'm hanging over the edge, it drags the Warthog forward. Let's put that back. Actually, here, this might be a hack that if I go actor speed and then I have that as negative 0.1, that should cancel out the gravity for the frame. But it does need to drag the Warthog forward if I am yeah, okay, so it didn't really do anything, but in any case, it does need to drag the Warthog forward if I am not on the if I'm halfway over it, because the weight would be dragging it down. So I can just do something like player position. I want to say player position or player speed. If player speed is less than or equal to 0, I can just go player speed equals player speed plus 0.1 maybe. Oh, that probably should be 0.0 actually. That might be the big problem is because it's yeah, because that's a fractional variable. If I'm not using a full fraction, then it's uh, no, okay, so that didn't work. I just set the player position, so player. Oh, wait, that's not even a. Okay, no, I've got some problems here. So that's not even a valid variable for one, but also that should be set. So be player speed. Speed one. No, maybe I'll just set the player X. I think it's just the drag is setting it back to 0 because wasn't moving it. So yeah, if we go player X. In fact, let's make it a whole pixel every frame instead of just one. So that should drag it off the edge. And then I will need to work out the tilt. Yeah. Okay, so that basically did what I expected. Yeah, I need to have a solid block or something there to prevent it going further back. Also, I need to I'm going to make that a lot smaller since the tires are what handles the you know the slope collisions anyway. See, if I make it like that, what's that going to look like? Because that way the Warthog body is not going to be touching the ground at all. So it should be just based on where the tires are. Okay, it looks a little bit weird, but it's not bad. I should put if I take gravity off this. So it should be just based on the like there doesn't even really need to be a platform really. It can be just regular control type. Yeah, okay, so what's it going to look like when it hits the slope? Why isn't it decelerating? Oh, I think I know why. It's because yeah, it um there's falling. Okay, yeah, because I know why. Because the slope is too much between frames. So that slope is a bit too steep for that setting I had, and so it was dragging it because it thought the tire, that front tire was off the edge. Yeah, so that's, I mean, that's sort of working. Oh, I thought I put that, did I not save that? I thought I put a solid tile there. Okay, well, I'm going to attempt some tilting soon. I just want to check that that ramp was all right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, why does that... Uh, I got that set as... So yeah, so this is set as a solid block, so why isn't that tire... Why isn't that tire being blocked by that? It should be a solid tile. Let's go back into that map. No, okay, I guess I have to worry about that later. I don't understand why that tile isn't... Because that should be a solid tile? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Oh, no, that was... Yeah, so that those should all be solid. So I don't know why that tire hasn't been blocked by that. Oh, actually, I do know why. It's because this is setting the absolute position, which doesn't take into account so setting this position here does not adjust doesn't do collision detection. So I will need to set that to be like the entire width of that. It doesn't need to touch the ground, but the back and the front do need to be collisions. Phase 101 says, can you make it that is like a jump that then falls on the back wheels? I think I can. I just have to... Okay, no, that's better. That's what I expect. So that prevents going back there. Oh, okay, that was that's kind of funny. I think I need to reduce the gravity more on those tires so that it doesn't tilt as fast, or so that the front tire doesn't start falling so fast. Oh, okay, that's just because because I haven't I should put more runway there. But yeah, so so I need to work out I need to do some tilts. Um if I go back to my Warthog. No, not that one. This is not the best way to rotate it, but I'll just do it this way so I can work out obviously what the angle should be. let's just get rid of that. Okay, now what I actually should be doing is I need to work out the delta between the tires, so then I can do some trigonometry. This stream has actually gone a lot longer than I intended, so I don't want to spend too much longer on this, but let's just try to work out some basic trig. So delta between tires equals 51. I want to try to work out the maximum distance they can so the distance along that slope. So if I tileset image, so how much of an incline is that? How many pixels goes up? Okay, so that's 6 pixels up. So I wonder if I can just sort of cheese it a bit by let's do this. Yeah, maybe I can cheese it just a little bit. No, that's not going to look great. Trying to remember my trigonometry. So I've got the so the opposite is the opposite is 6, and the adjacent equals 51. So I need the tangent of what, 6 divided by 51? I haven't really done this since high school, so I have no idea. Can someone in the chat tell me what I should be trying to calculate here? And why was that, so that was showing as -1 before. And I guess that, well, that has to be the angle in radians, I guess. What is radians to degrees constant? No, that can't be right, because that's over 60 degrees. It's nowhere near that much of a slope. Okay, well what I do know is it needs to, the maximum angle it needs to go up is by 6 pixels, and so I can tweak that here. Oops. Ah. Actually, I'm just going to guesstimate that's, what, 15 degrees? So what is 16 minus 15? Oops. Failing math really badly today. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to use an online rot sprite. I think this is one. Yep, here we go. This one. Yep. So that was 3, 4, 5. So that's what it should look like when it's at the maximum slope. And then I probably want some tweens between it. So actually, I'll do those tweens first. So I'll just say every 5 degrees. Well, that was my 15-degree one. That should be my 10-degree one. And then the last one will be my 5-degree one. At some stage I'll need to... Oh, and yeah, I really need to do the opposite angle as well. Okay, so yeah, if I go a line of frames to that, I'm going to bring that one up a couple. Maybe about 70. That's Oh, and it want to be moved back as well so that the tires are approximately in the same. Yeah, so the tires need to be in about the same horizontal position. Yeah, this might need a lot of tweaking to get right. So I need to get the tire left. And then I need to go if so I can just go if var1 is greater than 0. So we know that is the right tire. Well, in fact, I don't need to comment it there because I'm just setting the, I'll set the variable. Tire right. I'm going to set that. Okay, set tire right will be X. And it need to be an else. No, not an else if, just an else. Actually, that should be Y, not X, because I want to work out the delta between the tires. And then I can go if tire is less than or equal to oh no, I need, okay, so I need to calculate the delta as well, so that's the difference between the left and right. The tire delta is going to be actually no, the problem, well, it's going to be a pain because I need to work with absolute. So it is better if I just leave them as they are. So I can just go condition if tire right is less than tire left. Actually, it should be less than or equal. Then I can go actor set animation to being Warthog from frame, speak frame 3. You can go else if less than or equal to oh, -4. Let's say 6 pixels like it. It's 2. And then the last one can just be an else. And so let's see if it goes up the ramp or not. Oh yeah. So that does need a bit of tweaking. Yeah, absolutely does need a bit of tweaking because you can sort of see as the frame goes up. Um, in fact, did I get it wrong when I thought it was going to be a delta of 6 pixels between the front and back tire? So that does look a bit off. I guess it doesn't matter too much since we're just sort of prototyping at the moment. No, that is 6 pixels difference. Maybe, yeah, I think maybe my angle is, I mean, estimated that at 15 degrees. I mean, it's probably closer to 10 degrees. Let's just, I should have done this from the start instead of trying to work it out myself. I should have just done it here. So side A is 6, side B is 11. That's no, so, 51. Side B is 51. Oh, I don't know what what side C is. Wait, why did? Okay, let's do that. So that should be, what did I say? 51. Okay, so that's only 6 degrees. Um, okay, so let's do that again. So or 7. Let me just double check. It still doesn't quite sound right. But the difference between those tires are about 52. Hi, Tidzog. Welcome. We were playing Pooperino earlier. Yeah. Okay. What I'm gonna make these angles a lot less steep. So I'm gonna set this first one at 58. Then 356, and then 354. I think that was my most extreme one, so I need to put that into. Actually, while I'm at it, let's get rid of most of these because I will do the other angle while I'm at it. So I'm gonna make that one 1, 2. I'll make that one 3. Just make sure I've got. Okay, so the most recent one is the most extreme angle, so this one should be. Oh yeah, so 354. So that is I want to save as frame 6. And then I'll get a less extreme angle. That one. That can be 5. And then my least extreme angle, which is 358. Okay, and I'll do the other ones while I'm here. So um wait a minute. I didn't use the already tilted one as the base, did I? I hope not, but anyway, so let's 2 degrees. So 2. So I'm nearly done here. Last one will be an angle of downward angle of 6. Ted Zoke says, I hope didn't suffer too much. I actually made it to the end, but I had 0 coins. So the wizard was not very happy about that. And my character wasn't very happy about that. Didn't get his family back. Okay, so let's add 4, 5, and 6 in there. Let's realign them all. So 3 is the middle. I'm not going to bother adjusting it for now. And okay, so 6. What was it? Frame 0? Yeah, frame 6. 5, 4. Oops, that should be +4. And then this last one should be 6. In fact, that last one can just be an else. So if we're at that such an extreme angle, we just play that one. And let's see what that looks like. See if that works. If that works, I might leave it there for now because I've been streaming nearly 3 hours. I normally try to stream in under 2 hours. Yeah, it's just I do need to tweak those do need to lift it a bit and tweak the position so it goes further back. If I drive off the edge. Yeah. I mean that's what I hope to achieve. I mean probably could do with you know, more better angles then well yeah, if I had more angles then it would when it's falling it, you know, be able to fall sharper. I am going to put that gravity back up on the tires. 0.1. And I'll just try to tweak each of these just a little bit. I don't know the exact number of pixels I need to adjust for, but that's probably something that can be calculated. Whoa, I think that looked even worse. Yeah, I think I moved them in the opposite direction. Yes. Yeah, so it looks good that way, but the problem there is I should have gone in that direction. So that should be negative 42. And then that should be negative 43. Yep, okay, that's looking a bit better. I probably do want to add more angles than this for you know, as a sharper fall, but I think that's all right for now. In fact, there is one more thing I should do just to make it a little bit more interesting, is actually animate the tires. I'm going to rename that to A tire, and um, I know this is a bit cheap, but I'm just going to rotate it by 90 degrees. It's probably not going to look great, but probably look better than you know, no animation at all. Because the other thing is, oh, why did I call that tire 4? That should be tire 3. But yeah, we want. I'm going to make this an infinite length. Oh, what? Oh, because I'm playing. Okay, I shouldn't be playing it. Let's put that delay to 0. Let's align all of those. And let's okay, so I need a new variable to track tire offset, and that is going to be a fraction. And then I'm going to have one called tire frame, and that is just going to be a word. And then for here, I'm just going to go a set variable tire offset is going to be tire offset plus player x or actor x speed, and then I'll put a dot to make sure that it knows that this is a fractional expression, and then I'm going to go tire frame. This is a slightly slower way of doing it, but I'm going to go mod 4 so that it's going to loop through number 0, 1, 2, 3. And then all I need to do here is if I go actor animation, that is going to be tire it'll be a tire, and then it'll be just tire frame. I think that's all we need to do. Hopefully it will work. I didn't want to spend too much time on it if it's going to be fiddly. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's working. It's just a bit it is a bit too fast. So what do I need to do there? I just need to decrease the amount of just go divide that by 10. The reason I put that in brackets is that Scorpion doesn't do bed mass. It does the equations are processed left to right, but by putting them in brackets, you can force it to be done in a certain order. Okay, so that works. Is a little bit wonky, but obviously I need more than 4 frames there for it to look really good, but it works. Let's see what it looks like if I... Oh, and yeah, actually the other thing is, yeah, I guess it's for me to fix another time, but obviously when it's falling, the wheels shouldn't be, Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter if the wheels are turning when... No, the wheels should be turning when I'm, falling. I'm gonna put the speed way up on the Warthog. So, let's see if I can do a bit of a jump. Yeah, that was that was kind of cool. I do need to, obviously I need to tweak it a lot until it feels good. It doesn't really feel very good right now, but conceptually, I solved the difficult things, which is getting it so that it tilts on the ramp and so that I've got tire positions. All right, okay, that will do. It's been nearly 3 hours. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I will see who we can raid. Let's see who I am following. Need to find the raid button. That one, I think. I'm gonna do I am gonna raid Casinami. It's a fellow New Zealand Amiga streamer, though he's streaming Vampire Bloodlines right now. Okay, raid is about to start. Thank you all for watching the stream, and I hope you can join me again next week.